Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. What is going on, Pile 1? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in, channeling through your person's their messages to you. What are they wanting to say to you? Okay, so keep in mind, you guys, this is a collective general love reading. If something resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that bit of information or that message and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All of the booking details are there. Doing a little Palo cleanse here to help me ground my energy. Yeah, so there's a lot of readings available in the specific person category, and many of them are just $25. So go check them out, including a $25 messages from your person reading that you can get as well. All right, let's see. Pile 1, you guys were drawn to the Mookaite skull. Somebody said this looks like the Iron Man skull. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It actually does. That's pretty awesome. Let me see. Let's find out the overall theme of the message here. We have the abalone shell with calmness. Let's see how your person is seeing the energy of the connection itself. We have the void, of course, moon, but it is showing up in the reverse. Okay. How they are seeing you, we have thief. It's the shadow attribute, though, because it is showing up in the reverse. So we're going to be reading this shadow attribute. This is stealing money, stealing creative ideas, stealing affection or other powers you think you lack. Very, very interesting messages coming through. And then we have I surrender, but it is showing up in the reverse for your person. Yeah, very hesitant to give something up or to surrender to this connection. We'll see what direction that's going in. Let me check the book for calmness. The number 1. This could be regarding maybe a new beginning. The abalone shell. Let's see, it says, focus on the calm within and the rainbow beyond the storm. A rough exterior hides a gentle heart. Be quiet and listen to your loved ones, to your intuition, and to the relaxing sounds of nature. The affirmations here says tension is melting away. I'm filled with calmness. Oh, okay, there is kind of an energy coming through, like your person isn't sure, right? These are messages. So your person isn't sure not only like what to do from here or where this can go, it's almost like they don't know what the future holds for your guys' connection. Okay, there's an ambiguity coming through. There's a sense of unknowing, not knowing. But your person isn't really in their heads too much about it overall. It's just like, you know, yeah, they have some of these weirder energies over there, but overall your person is, for the most part, in a state of peace. It says a storm may churn the surface of the sea, but the calm in the depths are constant. Whatever outer turbulence you experience, you always have access to an inner haven of calm. Indulge this blessing of tranquility by diving into your ocean. Gift yourself the time and space to listen to the rainbows and peace within you. Give me a second, you guys. I'm going to read the rest of this. It's not too much. Okay. Let's see. It's zodiac signs coming through. We have Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Let's see. Resonates with the solar plexus, heart, throat, and third eye chakras. Can stimulate the third eye and encourage intuition and psychic awareness. Says it calms, soothes, and brings balance when we are traumatized or suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, you guys, things could have been really bad, really tumultuous, you know, in your guys' connection, or that could just be something that your person is battling, you know, like PTSD or trauma-induced whatever, you know, different symptoms. I'm not saying whatever, like being dismissive, like different trauma-induced things, right? With the void of course moon showing up in the reverse in the upright position that says nothing will come of this situation. So your person doesn't know. They don't know. I mean, there kind of is an inkling, and it could be talking about a specific situation. It's not necessarily saying that nothing is going to come from your guys' connection. There could be a situation that is very tumultuous, but your person, for some reason, they're at peace about it. Let's see. Shadow attribute for thief. It does feel like your person is on guard against you. Okay, they got their guard up for some reason. They're not quite, there's a lot of not knowing, not quite sure how to take this, not quite sure how to think about it, not quite sure, you know, what this means or where to go. But even though they don't know, there is some kind of a peace, even in that, okay, in that not knowing. Let's see there. Tell me more about these messages up here, please. Pile one's person. Oh, yeah, enjoying the silence, and that is coming up right underneath the nothing will come in the situation. Even though it's showing up in the reverse, your person doesn't know. Your person doesn't know whether things are going to soothe over, whether things are going to resolve or not. They don't know, but they have peace about it anyway. Then it says we want different things, and that is showing up under, you know, thief, the shadow attribute of thief. Oh, and then we have I can still feel the pain showing up underneath I surrender in the reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck we have, do we have to get married though? What is going on here? What's going on with the shadow attribute for thief? It kind of has the Seven of Swords. I mean, did you do something sneaky, pile one? Tell me more about the shadow attribute of thief. This is how your person sees you in regards to your guys' connection. Pile one. Tell me more about the shadow attribute of thief here. I mean, the Knight of Wands in the reverse is what it is. I don't know if you're talking to somebody else or if you're flirting with someone else or if you've moved on or what the case may be. There's a sense here that you took something from them though, okay? Doesn't have to be literally like you stole something from them. Could be the case for some of you. It's a very general reading, right? But the fact that we want different things here, Yeah, there's a sense that something was taken. At the very least, something was miscommunicated or misrepresented, they're saying, on your end. Okay, could be about dating other people, it could be about, you know, keeping options open. Tell me more. Anything to add for this? Tell me more about the thief, the shadow attribute of thief. Oh yeah, this is definitely something that had your person in their feelings, had them in their thoughts. This almost feels like, okay, if they cut you off, or if this connection is just, it's almost one of those things where your person is like, they feel like you did something behind their back. You did something sneaky, okay? And they're almost in this energy pile one of, they're like, you know, if this is what it's going to be like dealing with you and dealing with this connection, I would rather not. And then we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse showing up at the bottom of the deck. It's like your person has given up on the situation. There's no more fight left in them when it comes to you and their connection with you. This could also be signifying you may have given up the fight here, right? You're going to know what your individual situation is. Let me find out what's going on with I surrender. What's going on with I surrender? Showing up in the reverse. That could be more like giving up energy. This is like them not surrendering to the connection, right? There's something there. Okay, so there, it feels like there's something that your person might be standing 10 toes down on, some kind of business, okay? And they're not backing down. To hell or high water, whatever that might mean for your guys' connection. If that means your guys' connection goes, you know, goes away, then that's what it means. Your person is feeling wronged by you, okay? That feels like that's their main overall message. Your person could have gone cold. That can be this calmness too. It's very icy if you look at this picture. There is a cool and a calmness and now a collectedness, collected. Your person is very calm, cool, and collected, but it feels very icy. Like you're being, you know, iced out, okay? It's like they're, there's a song, I can't remember who's it by, but it's like there's an ice box where my heart used to be. It's like they iced you out, okay? But again, with nothing will come of the situation, your person still isn't sure. So there seems to be a lack of decision as far as like whether or not to walk away. For some of you, if that hasn't already happened yet. Is there anything to add for I surrender being in the reverse? Tell me more about that. That's the overall message. Ooh, they may have been prepared to give you everything. This could be them not surrendering something regarding money, okay? Something regarding a legacy, not surrendering something regarding an empire. There's something that your person feels like they built, they spent a long time building, and they're saying, I'm not giving that up. I'm not going to give that to you, pile one. Okay, this is a very specific message. But, you know, it's that energy. You can apply it as it fits in your situation. But this is giving me the vibes of someone that might be going through a divorce, and, you know, the spouses or, you know, soon to be ex-spouses are fighting over assets. They're fighting over, you know, a business, needing or wanting, you know, one spouse wanting the other one to sell the business as part of the divorce settlement. And, you know, your person is like, I'm not willing to do that. I'm not going to surrender that. I'm not going to give that to you, right? You know, marriage or connection be damned. And yeah, then we got Judgment at the bottom of the deck, okay? Some of y'all could be going to court with your person. At the very least, there's a very important, your person has made a judgment call when it comes to whatever this Ten of Pentacles energy is here. This is what your person's not willing to give up when it comes to you. They're not going to give this to you. That, okay, as far as a message goes, whatever that is in relation to. And then what, I can still feel the pain. That might not, is this related to pile one? Hold on. Is this even related to pile one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, very much so. With the King of Wands, that's a hard yes. Very strong yes, I should say. Tell me more about I can still feel the pain. They feel like you hurt them. Yeah, it's just this energy of you wronged them. They feel wronged by you, done wrong by you. And now there's almost like you're coming through to them, at least pile one, like you have the audacity to ask for something, okay? And they're not wanting to give that to you, whatever that might be. And it could be just like, oh, you have the audacity to ask me to be your friend, okay? It doesn't have to be like a divorce or, you know, shared assets or anything like that. Your person is feeling very salty towards you, pile one. Very salty. What is it about? Let's see. We want different things. Tell me more about that. We have I'm telling you, there's something about, because we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands here. Is this Queen of Wands pile, is this reflecting pile one's energy in their person's eyes? Yes. Yep, it is. Okay. Tell me, how is this supposed to, what does this mean? They want different things. Show me, what is pile one's person? What are they wanting? What is pile one's person wanting? Ooh, they want, so there's something about unblocked access. Equal access. They want access to something. And you know, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands, it's like, you know, the Queen of Wands energy is representing you, pile one, and it's like fortune is turning in your favor. That might even be it. They could even feel like it's not even you that's doing them wrong. It could be karma. Your person could just be feeling like things are going in your favor and they're feeling butthurt about it. For some reason, you may not even be doing anything directly or outright, but your person might just be they might just see you shining, pile one. They might just see you having a good time and enjoying your life. And, you know, especially if you guys broke up or you moved on and you're out here enjoying life, you know, you're dating and stuff like that. And that might be what that is, because your person could still be holding on to the connection. And then they might be see you somehow like going off in a whole different direction, like you're done with the connection, while they still feel like they're holding on. Okay. Again, it's a general reading, so take these messages as they fit into your dynamic. But yeah, this feels like your person, and then I just saw the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, many of you guys are broken up and separated from your person, and you're moving on, or you moved on. Okay, you're shining. You may have gone through, or you might be going through a glow up. Your person is noticing it somehow, and they're feeling like they're left out in the cold. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? Let's find out. What do you want, pile? What do you want pile one to know? Messages from pile one's person. What does pile one's person want pile one to know? It's very interesting, though, because with this calmness here, I mean, yeah, they have made, to a certain point, they've made peace with where things are at. That might be a new energy that they're in, okay? There still is a feeling here of things not going their way, feeling like something is unfair. There's also something they're unwilling to let go of, or they're unwilling to let you have. It could just be that they don't want you to have the upper hand, okay? This person almost feels like they're in competition with you for some reason, pile one, for their messages to you. And they feel like you're winning, if that's the case. What do they want pile one to know? I miss being with you. And they might be looking at you, somehow watching you live your life, and they're thinking that you don't miss being with them, okay? Oh, I couldn't let you get close to me. This is what they want you to know. These are their messages to you. And then, oh, yeah, there you go. I'm not over you. That is coming up under, or over, I surrender, showing up in the reverse. And your person still feels the pain. If, you know, you guys broke up, if you're going different ways, pile one, if you finally got over your person is very much in their feelings about that. And then at the bottom of the deck, look, we got, I feel so drawn to you. Yeah, your person is still mentally and emotionally in this connection with you, but energetically it feels like either you've moved on, you're in the process of moving on. It's like they don't have the same pull on you like they used to. They don't have the same effect on you like they used, or the hold. They don't have the same hold on you like they used to have, and they are not liking it, okay? And with that void of course moon showing up in the reverse, oh, I wanted to say rebirth. Yeah, with that number 1 here, your person is wanting another chance. They want a rebirth of your guys' connection. But for a lot of you, I'm picking up on your energy. You're, you called it. You're done. You know, you're going in a different direction. You're really, you know, and you could be very much enjoying the silence too. Both of you, but for different reasons, could be enjoying peace as a, you know, because you're not together. Interesting. With enjoying the silence there. Let's see, pile 1's person, what do they want pile 1 to know? What are their messages to pile 1, please? Dealt a bad hand. What did I tell you? They're looking at you like you've been blessed, like things are just moving naturally in your favor. And like, you know, they got the shitty end of the stick, basically. This says they wish they'd met you at a different time because they feel they will never get to see what the connection could have been. Yeah. Let's get a couple more. Divine intervention. They are experiencing many tower moments in their life where it's helped them to gain clarity on this connection. And that feels like you coming through saying it's too little, too late. You know, where was that clarity 6 months, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, right? It's like they only got clarity on it once you finally decided you have had enough, got fed up, and moved on, right? Many of you hung on for a while and you just recently finally just let go. Here we got children. It says, children are affecting this connection. Be patient and allow them to resolve things for the highest good of all. Yeah, I mean, and that could be part of that legacy, okay? That 10 of Pentacles energy that we saw that came out earlier. Unfounded fear at the bottom of the deck. It says they are afraid to trust and get hurt. The illusion is keeping them locked in anxiety, unable to act upon their love. Let me see what that bottom of the deck energy is doing here. Tell me more about unfounded fear. Tell me more about this bottom of the deck energy, please. Okay, it's weakening. Your person is realizing that a lot of the unfounded fears that they had that kept them either not taking either not taking you seriously. I don't know if you told this person quite a bit, pile 1, that you were going to move on, that you were going to break away, and you were gonna, you know what I mean? And you may have, and you wholeheartedly may have meant that when you were saying it, but you know, it took you a while to feel internally aligned to actually taking that action. And now that you do, right? Your person now is finally realizing that they waited too long. They were operating under this kind of false sense of security that, you know, they had time, you know, and maybe they thought they had 6 months, and then 6 months turned into a year, and then turned into 2 years, and on and on and on. And they realized, like, everything that they had feared turned out not to be the case. And so whatever this thief energy is, this is how your person was seeing you. It does feel like that was unfounded. They were probably projecting, that feels like now, all this stuff that's coming out, like that was a projected fear. They were withholding certain types of dynamic, like a relationship dynamic, from you because they were afraid of maybe you taking advantage of them or taking advantage of the connection or something along those lines. And now your person is realizing, especially now if you've moved on and they see you, you know, being your lovely self in a connection with someone else, you know, you're being loyal to someone else. You're being truthful to someone else, and you're not taking advantage of someone else. I'm like, damn, that could have been me, right? They're realizing whatever fear they were projecting onto you that kept them from taking you seriously or maybe taking things to the next level, whatever, that it was an unfounded fear. They realized it was an illusion, and now they're kicking themselves for it. All right, pile 1. All right, you guys, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. If you haven't become part of the family, you can do that by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile 1, I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, you guys. What is going on, Pile 2? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are back doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are tapping in and channeling through your person's messages to you. What is it that they're wanting to say? Okay, so just keep in mind it is a collective general love reading, so whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something comes out and it doesn't quite land or it doesn't fit your situation, just drop that bit of information, that message, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. The booking details can be found in the description box below. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including a $25 messages from your person to you, a personal reading that you can book. All right, so Pile 2, you are drawn to the very flashy Labradorite kitty. Let's find out the overall message here. We have amethyst with sobriety. That's the main theme. How they're seeing your guys' connection. We have full moon in Virgo showing up in the reverse. It says you are good enough, but that is showing up in the reverse. So they could be questioning their worth as it relates to your guys' connection. How they're seeing you, we have the light attribute of the mystic. This says revels in intimate union with the divine. And then we also have please have patience. This is their main message to you. Please have patience, okay? And this might be what's going on. There's there's Virgo energy coming through. Aquarius with amethyst coming through. Patience, that would be like Sagittarius energy. Water energy with mystic. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer to be specific. And with sobriety, is your person going through some kind of a detox, or are they needing to detox from something? I mean, that could be, you know, an actual addiction. Doesn't have to be. Your person could just be needing to detox from, you know, some really self-sabotaging thoughts or mental patterns, or, you know, especially if they've got mental issues or are dealing with, you know, some mental health issues, we'll put it that way. Mental and or emotional health issues, trauma, okay? Let's see what's going on here. They see you as a very magical person, though. They could even see that maybe they could see that you or feel that you have very healing properties, just, you know, inherently in your energy, Pile 2. And they may not, and they may feel like they don't deserve it. Your person could really have a very low self-esteem. Let's find out what are their thoughts and feelings when it comes to Pile 2, please, in their connection with Pile 2. Pile 2's person. Your person has a very low opinion of themselves. They don't think of themselves very highly, okay? I'm hearing that, oh my gosh, that the song Toxic from Britney Spears. I think that's the name of it. Oh, I'm hearing that part. I'm addicted to you because I know that you're toxic. Okay? But I don't necessarily feel like they see you as being toxic. They could just be addicted to toxicity, even if it's just a toxic way of thinking. They could be addicted to negativity, all right? They could be very pessimistic. Let's see. So, I mean, if they are naturally and inherently pessimistic, then that's gonna be the tone of your of their messages to you, okay? Let's get it. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh. You're everything I've always wanted. Yeah. This is not you. has nothing to do about your person thinks and feels that you are good enough for them. They don't feel like they're good enough for you. They're telling you, pile 2, one of their messages is that you are everything they've always wanted. All right. Oh, this says relenting because you keep pressuring me, not because it's what I want. And that's showing up underneath Mystic. You guys have a power and an influence, or they see that you have that ability. You have power and you have influence, but it feels like in an essence of like like puppets on a string. Like you could, if you wanted to, you know, manipulate energies to get what you want. Okay, your person sees you as very magical, but at the same time very intimidating. It's like you could get them to do things that maybe they initially wouldn't want to do. Okay, let's get one more. True honest thoughts and feelings. What do we got going on here? Wound mates. Yeah, there's something about your guys' connection that triggers. Your person is just, there's a lot of stuff. They got some shadow work to do. There's a lot of triggers. There's a lot of inner demons that they're needing to do battle with, that they're needing to face and make peace with and embrace. And that's that amethyst. You know, that's what amethyst can be good for, is, you know, overcoming addiction. Bottom of the deck, we have, I know we can work through this. Okay. Yeah, that's why they're saying they're asking you for patience. Yeah, it says please have patience. And I heard them say specifically they want you to have patience with them. Please, pile 2, have patience with me. Okay, they got a lot of stuff they're needing to work through. Pile 2's person, what are they wanting pile 2 to know? What are they wanting pile 2 to know? There's a message. They see you as perfect. That's something that they want you to know, pile 2. They think you're perfect, okay? Perfect for them. Then they just, you know, they think you're perfect. And we got I would do it all over again. Okay, they don't have any regrets. They don't regret you. They don't regret any of the time that they spent with you. They don't regret meeting you. If, you know, if no, for whatever reason they might be saying that, it's like I would do it all over again. Okay, I don't know if something happened between the two of you, if they've gotten hurt or they feel like they've gotten hurt as a result of, you know, I just heard doing business with you, whatever that means. All right, but they're like, I do it all over again. Okay, regardless. Regardless of what went down or what they experienced, they would do it all over again. Because you are everything they've always wanted. Pile 2. Let's see. Give me a couple more. Oh, I want to make amends. Okay, so they do want to apologize. If there's nothing to apologize for, they just want to make up. All right. One more. I just now noticed that this woman here on this card looks like her makeup is smudged, like she's been crying. I mean, I haven't used these cards too often, but that's the first time I've actually noticed. I'm not a details-oriented person, you guys. I'm a Sag. I'm a big picture, right? But I'm noticing details here. Your person could have legitimately have cried as a result of something, you know, you or your guys' connection. Let's get one more. What do they want pile 2 to know? Your person wants you to know, pile 3, that they still have feelings for you. Okay. No matter what happened or what went down, it's like there's no love lost, not on their end. They would do it all over again. Not to say that they wouldn't change a few things, but this feels specifically like, you know, it is coming through. They're like, even if they didn't have the chance, if they couldn't change anything and they had to go back and relive everything exactly the way it happened, they were like, I would do that. I would go through it all over again just to spend more time with pile 2. Bottom of the deck says, I wonder if you are happy without me. So yeah, many of you are not even together. You guys could be split apart. All right. And so that just goes to show you, your person is like, you know, even if they, were told, you know, you can go back and you can experience, you know, that relationship with pile 2 again, only you're not going to be able to change anything, you know. Your person is like, well, if it means I get to spend, you know, and experience pile 2 in that way, I would absolutely do it again. They would, you know. That's just how they feel about you, pile 2. Let's see, what do they want pile 2 to know? What messages do they have for pile 2 at this time, please? No, we just want, let's see, pile 2. What do they want pile 2 to know? Fairy tale. Yeah, there's a part of them that feels like maybe it was at the time when they were engaging, it could have felt too good to be true. This is, they think this kind of love only happens in fairy tale stories because to them you are too perfect to believe it's true. Yeah, they do. They have you on a pedestal. Okay, now they have you on a pedestal now. What do they want pile 2 to know? We got innocence. Your innocence and kind heart makes them love you, but feel they must push you away to protect you from themselves. Let me put a pin in that one. Let's get one more. What do they want pile 2 to know, please? Betrayal. Says their fleeting heart will only end up betraying you in the end. Your soul deserves better. Yeah, and that is showing up over wound mates. Okay, so I mean, if there was betrayal that on your person's part that ended up breaking you guys apart, okay, they definitely wish that they could make amends for that. They wish that they could make up for that. And at the same time, it's like it was their wounding that had them behaving in that way. At the bottom of the deck, it says the unknown. The unknown scares them. They see the abundance you bring into their life, but they fear being wrong. Very interesting. Let me find out about that bottom of the deck energy real quick. Tell me more about the unknown, this bottom of the deck energy. Oh, this is still active. This is background energy still, okay? Being clarified by the 5 of Pentacles. And that might be why they're still feeling like they're not good enough for you. There's some kind of a very stark contrast when they look at you versus when they look at themselves. They're seeing you in this great abundance. It's like they see you in abundance and they experience themselves in scarcity and lack. Okay, to them there's just this Grand Canyon, this gap that they feel that cannot be bridged. Okay, which is interesting. Bottom of the deck with the 6 of Wands. Okay, they could have seen you as the one. They could have wanted to have been successful, but you know, these are two completely different energies. The 6 of Wands in the upright position and the 5 of Pentacles in the upright position. This is they see you as successful and they see themselves as a failure. Tell me about relenting because you keep pressuring me, not because it's what I want. What is this about? Oh, what I was going to say before. Give me a sec. Oh, I was picking up on this. Relenting because you keep pressuring me. It's like they felt pressured to walk away with the 8 of Cups here. Are you the one that walked away? And it's like, you know, they only walked away and are kind of forcing themselves to detach and let go, even though they don't want to. They don't want to do that. They're walking away. They're not chasing you. They're leaving you alone, but not because they want to. It's because they're kind of feeling pressured to. What I was going to say, you know, remember how they're seeing you like this mystic, right? Very powerful, very influential, very magical. and they're so stuck in their own story they don't even see that, you know, you pile two are so powerful, you know, and so healing, because they do see you as very healing. But they can't get over their own programming. It's like if they forget how powerful you are and how powerful the two of you could be together. It's like your person forgot, you know, they're, you know, that y'all are gods and goddesses. They forgot that. They're completely lost in this programming, this scarcity mindset, this lack of abundance that they just forget. It looks like it's a Grand Canyon, a gap of, you know, a Grand Canyon of a gap that cannot be crossed. But what they're not understanding is, you know, it's all an illusion. You know, there might be a gap, but it's not actually that big. It's like their fear is taking something and blowing it up. It's like literally, you know, making a mountain out of a little itty bitty molehill. Give me a second. Yeah. You guys, for those of you where your person did you wrong, okay, if they cheated on you in whatever way they may have cheated on you, or if you just felt betrayed by them, they definitely regret it. They regret it so much. And again, that is something that if they could go back in time and undo, that they would absolutely undo that. They would make up for that. If they had the chance, they'd go back in time and not do it at all. But, you know, there's realizing that that's just not the case. All right, you guys, pile two, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile two, I'll see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. What is going on, pile three? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in and channeling through your person's messages to you. What is it they're wanting to say? So just keep in mind, you guys, it is a collective, a general love reading. So whatever resonates, you can do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that information or that message and leave it behind for whomever that information might be landing for or landing with, okay? I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details can be found in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. There could be something going on with you and your person's communication, because I just felt my throat like close up. Okay, we'll see what's going on here. So this could be a message that maybe is wanting to be communicated, but for some reason it's like being blocked or restricted. And that could be, you guys might have them, you might be blocked or they might be blocked, okay? Anyway, yeah, and I have a lot of $25 readings available in the specific person category. I even have a $25 reading where we will delve into your person's thoughts and feelings. Just again, check the description box below. All right, let's see what's going on, pile three. What is it that your person, this feels like maybe something they're struggling to say. You guys are drawn to the Ametrine crystal. Let's see, main overall theme here of your person's message. We have lapis lazuli. Oh wow, and that's a communication. Lapis lazuli is a communication stone, and so there's definitely, your person is definitely wanting to talk to you, pile three, but there seems to be something going on. And then we have the full moon eclipse showing up in the reverse. In the upright it says conclusions are within reach, but it is reversed, okay? So restricted access, messages wanting to come through or wanting to be shared but not being able to for some reason. And then we also have, let's see how they're seeing you. They're seeing you as the healer, pile 3, in the light attribute. So the light attribute of the healer says, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. They could be feeling cut off maybe from your healing power, and then their main message says, I tried to run from our love, but our souls crave this magic. So they right off, yeah, that's probably what it is. Your person is probably a runner. And so these are things that, you know, they wish they could say, but maybe don't have the courage to say. Okay. Let me see if there's anything going on with lapis lazuli. It says self-knowledge. Oh, wow, and it opened up right to that part in the book. Yeah, your person wants to communicate these things with you, pile 3, but they are holding back. Let's see, affirmation says, I have clarity of speech. Okay, I have clarity of speech. So your person knows what they want to say. It's just their ability to actually say it. Okay. It also says, I know my inner self. I have a strong, defined personality, and I have supreme confidence. Let's see. It says, strength and beauty is revealed through challenge, awareness of a hidden motive. Honesty and poise garner respect. Freedom from needing to prove oneself. Objectivity is a source of composure under pressure. Your person does respect you, and that might be too why they're holding back on some of the things that they're wanting to say. They could feel like maybe it's just not the right time, or maybe it's just not appropriate, or, you know, something along those lines. Let me read what this says on the other side to myself. Give me a minute, you guys. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it says this remarkable mineral resonates with the throat chakra and the third eye. Okay, we're talking about, yeah, both like actual physical expression, you know, verbal expression, vocal expression, and then, you know, you guys could be telepathically communicating, but for some reason communication in the 3D just isn't happening. Let's see, we have Taurus and Sagittarius being shouted out here, as well as the element of water. So that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Give me a minute. It just keeps talking about clarity of speech. And then the keyword on the card itself says something about self-knowledge. And it says that lapis lazuli has a powerful ability to strengthen the personality by revealing deep inner knowledge. Use the stone to grow self-awareness, self-knowledge, and inner truth. This card brings a powerful boost to your confidence. Yeah, your person may not just feel like they have a lot that they want to say, but for some reason they could be running on low self-esteem, or just not have the confidence or the courage to say some of the things that are going to want to come out. Okay, but let's see. We're just going to get 3 of these cards. What is it that pile 3's person is wanting to say to pile 3? The number 5 is coming through, which can talk about conflicts, difficulties. Don't always have to be difficulties, but there could be maybe a shift happening. Challenges. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on with your person. Pile 3's person. Show me what are their messages? Tell me more about what pile 3's person wants to say to them. I'm distracted. Okay, your person's distracted, pile 3. I've got 1 foot out. Oh, look at that. That came out together, you guys. It says avoidant attachment with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I'm going to treat that, it's 1 card basically. That's 1 energy. So right there, I mean, we had something earlier come out about running. Okay. Oh, just right there. It says, I tried to run from our love, but our souls crave this attention, or crave this magic. And then it comes straight out. Your person's energetically, you know, acknowledging that they are suffering, or, you know, maybe not suffering, but they do have a very insecure, avoidant attachment style. okay, with one foot in and one foot out, very hot and cold, push and pull, runner, chaser kind of a dynamic where they are the ones that are running, okay? Something about a closed door. Let's get one more. Yeah, and then it says, I can't talk to you right now. I'm telling you, my throat was in, you know, when I was still in the middle of the intro, my throat just closed up. If you skipped that part, you might want to go back and listen to it, because that happens sometimes. Right as I'm tapping into the energy, things will just start flowing through, and there'll be messages that come in interrupting the intro, but I share them, because they needed to be shared. And that's exactly what happened. I was giving the intro and my throat automatically just closed up. And here we have all this energy and information about your person. They're not able to talk. They're distracted. On the back of the deck, we have, I'm feeling on top of the world. I will see what that is talking about, because I don't know. What is going on? Okay, tell me more about this bottom of the deck energy, please. With the full moon eclipse here, where it says conclusions are within reach, but it's showing up in the reverse, and then it has I'm distracted. Your person is letting you know that they're distracted. It does this feels what your person is saying. One of their messages to you, pile 3. This is an ongoing thing, especially with them coming out and like, pile 3. I'm avoidant, right? This is just life for me. This is just who I am at a very core level. Now, not that people can't, heal that core. You can heal your attachment wounds. You can heal your abandonment wounds. You can go from avoidant to secure, from anxious to, I did, okay? Now what, and that's interesting too, with avoidant attachment and one foot in and one foot out coming right underneath your card, pile 3, where it talks about you being a healer. You may have healed your own attachment wounding and or abandonment wounds if you had some, but we'll see what comes out. I don't know. Your person could find a source of comfort and relief when they are activated, right? Right now, it feels like your person is currently in that phase where they are deactivated. So you're not hearing very much from this person. If you are hearing from them, or if you are in communication, it's very dry, maybe just one-word responses, not really engaging. It's like, yeah, they might be answering your questions, but you can just tell there was a shift in the energy. Maybe that's why the number 5 was coming through earlier. For those of you who are newer to, attachment styles and the dynamics of a, avoidant attachment in, romantic relationships, this is pretty much, the information might be coming through to help you not take what your person is or isn't doing personal, and not make it mean something about you, and not make it mean something about their feelings for you. Depending on what kind of an avoidant they are, they could have moments where they allow themselves to feel very deeply, but there's always that cutoff point where their nervous system shuts it down. I'm like, nope, we went deep enough in the water. It's time to go back in the shallow end, right? If you are new to the dynamics of, the different insecure attachment styles, I highly recommend you go look them up, okay? And because it will help you heal as well if you're having a difficult time with your person. All right, tell me more about this. I'm feeling on top of the world. Tell me more about the bottom of the deck energy, please. Okay. They're not really. So this could be something this could be a mask that they're wearing, okay? It's not true. Or that could be the mask, you know what I mean? Tell me more. Okay, I'm feeling on top of the world. Why is this here? Yeah, it's a mask that they wear. It's a face, what do they call that? They're fronting. It's a face that they front, okay? In order to avoid conflict. And this could be your person not really knowing themselves too well as well, because we got the Queen of Cups and showing up in the reverse, and that's more water energy being mentioned here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with the 5 of Wands showing up in the reverse. This is giving me very surface level, not wanting to play in the deep end, not wanting confrontation, not wanting conflict, just kind of keeping things very close to the vest. Not yeah, and so with my throat closing up earlier, that's your person doing that on purpose, because they don't want things. It's like they kind of venture out a little bit into the deep end, a little bit, but they prefer to keep things surface level. They prefer to keep things shallow. That's just where they're comfortable. Okay. Tell me about I'm distracted. Is this a distancing thing? No, not necessarily. All right. Tell me more about I'm distracted. Why is this showing up? For their messages to pile 3. Yeah, they are. They're juggling, literally. So if they walked away, we have the 8 of Cups here. The 8 of Cups, okay, with the 2 of Pentacles. This is so literal. This is so straightforward. Your person literally walked away. It's like they're, yes, and they're calling whatever it is or juggling a distraction. Okay, so they could have walked away from your guys' connection to deal with whatever these distractions are, and there's more than one. Okay, there's more than one distraction. Let's see if we can find out what those are. Oh, I mean, it could be other options. It could be a feminine fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but whoever that person is, they're also not showing up in the healthy expression of, of themselves. They could also be dealing with some kind of a insecure attachment style. Queen of Wands in the reverse showing up. That's literally a person, okay? I mean, and if you know that it's not a person, this can just be an energy, your person not feeling like themselves, not feeling secure, we were talking about low self-esteem. That would be, very much low self-esteem for a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Just, yeah, dealing with low self-esteem issues. Tell me more about what they're being distracted by. Messages to pile 3, please. What is pile 3's person wanting them to know? And the fact that that is showing up underneath, like, conclusions are not within reach. Like, there's no, not to say, I'm not putting a doomsday thing and saying it's never going to change, but it's saying for like, for the foreseeable future, things are going to be in this pattern when it comes to your person, unless, they start the healing journey of, doing the shadow work, whatever is fueling their abandonment wounds and or, insecure attachment issues. Anything else to add for pile 3's person saying they're distracted? Ooh, we got a Tower energy. Something suddenly could have come up with your person. Could have something to do with their commitments. They could be focusing their commitment on, let's see, the 5 of Pentacles here is showing up in the reverse with the King of Pentacles. Your person could be running, I was going to say working, but running, wanted to come out. I was going to say your person could be working very hard to maybe keep an eviction from happening, or to keep from some kind of this feels like a third party energy here. Your person is talking about being distracted by, okay? Because we had the Tower that's coming out with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, and then the King of Pentacles in the upright position coming out with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like your person working overtime, okay? For some reason, the word running was wanting to come through. Yes, they're working, but it's like they're running. So, this could feel maybe dire. It could feel very urgent. There might be something. Let me see. I'm going to be nosy. What's going on with that 5 of Pentacles in the reverse there? And there's the Queen of Swords. Ooh. This is a little bit more on the specific side, but your person could be dealing with a divorce or an imminent divorce or some kind of a split. Like if they've had a long-term partner, okay, they could be dealing with a split. a breakup, okay? A separation. Tell me more about this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we'll move on. Oh, yeah, there we go, okay? Something's ending. That's what your person is being distracted by. There's an ending that is happening in their life. Let's see, are they trying to stop it from happening? No, they're not. Oh, wow, we got the King of Wands showing up in the reverse now. They're not. Okay, and because that death feels like it's coming in regards to whatever they're being distracted by. For many of you, it's a third party, okay? Somebody that it's... the tower moment is that, you know, towers are sudden. They can be shocking. They can be blindsided. And so your person is dealing with the ending of something that caught them off guard. And it could be hitting them in their pocketbook, you know, their bank account. It could be threatening their livelihood in terms of financial, you know, resources and abilities. And for many of you, your person could be trying to figure out, like, where are they going to stay? Okay, that Five of Pentacles, again, in the reverse feels like, you know, trying to come back out from the cold. But again, we clarified your person isn't trying to save the relationship with the third party. This feels like they're trying to save, like, maybe their assets, their business, you know, think like that, like their home, yeah, stuff like that. And that's probably why they're telling you, pile 3, they're not able to talk right now because they're too busy trying to deal with a sinking ship. They're not necessarily trying to save that ship from sinking, but they're definitely trying to save some of the things that are on board. It's like one of those things where, you know, your place could be on fire and they're trying to get everything out, right? They're trying to salvage what they can before the fire takes everything. It's that kind of an energy. Let's see, what else are they wanting to say? Pile 3's person. What do they want pile 3 to know? Oh, okay. So we have the card that says, I knew exactly what I was doing, but it showed up in the reverse. Okay, I'll see what that's in reference to here in a minute. There's something that may have happened between the two of you, pile 3, that was not intentional. Regardless of what it looks like. Again, I'll clarify that. Let's get a couple more. What do they want pile 3 to know? Oh, and then it says, do I still have a chance? Okay, they want to know, pile 3. That's one of their messages to you. They're asking you. You know, they want a second chance. They want to know if they still have a chance with you after all of this. Let's get one more. What do they want pile 3 to know? I have too much to lose. And that's showing up right on top of I can't talk to you right now, but there's also the card that says I tried to run from our love, but our souls crave this magic. And so that applies to both. You know, when they think about losing you, they think about losing the magic, the energy, your presence, the way that you affect them, right? Mentally and emotionally and energetically, and then, you know, they look over to whatever's happening in that other situation, and it feels more like what they have to lose could be more along the lines of, like, you know, assets, their house, where they're living, money, shared, you know, shared assets. If they have kids, you know, having to figure out how they're going to split time with the kids and stuff like that. Back of the deck says, I do love you. All right. That's what your person wants you to know, pile 3. They do love you. Now we're going to find out messengers of the heart. What does pile 3's person want pile 3 to know? New perspective. Coming out on top of the cards that was talking about, you know, whatever they were going through with the third party, they're seeing things with that third party differently now. Okay, they got a whole new perspective of that situation, and it feels like that new perspective is causing your person to want to walk away. Okay, to not want to, like, they're okay letting that ship sink. They're just wanting to make sure that they can save, you know, whomever and whatever is on the ship minus, you know, but they're not like, you know, in other words, like the marriage, the ship could be the marriage to the third party. They're not trying to save the marriage anymore. They're just trying to save, you know, make sure their kids, you know, have a sense of well-being, try to figure out the best way to handle, you know, a visitation and custody and stuff like that. All right. So new perspective says they gained a new perspective and now see how they failed you by their own sabotaging behaviors. Let's get a, oh yeah, and I was going to clarify up here. I knew exactly what I was doing in the reverse. Let's get a couple more of these though. Slipped away. Though they've never had you, to them you will always be the one that got away. They regret the chances they didn't take. Yeah. Here with, on top of, and that, oh, that's neat because that's coming out with, do I still have a chance, right? They know they fumbled the connection. They know they stayed iced out too long. They waited too long. Let's get one more. What else do they want pile 3 to know? On a pedestal, okay? Pile 3, it says, you're the queen of their heart, the queen of their fiercely guarded castle. It's only fear that makes them run. And that is very interesting because the third party was coming out as a Queen of Wands in the reverse. They're seeing you as very healing, okay? So whatever your energy is, they're very much feeling like your energy is very aligned, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have love is a fire. You set their heart on fire and the soul ever burning and an unquenchable. It's a natural and undeniable connection. That's coming out twice. Remember, we have this card here that says, I tried to run from our love, but our souls crave this magic. Yeah. Your person feels an undeniable connection and draw to you, okay? And don't forget at the bottom of the deck of this other deck we have, it said, I do love you on the bottom of the deck. That's background energy. Again, that may not be something that they always express, but that it is there. Let me clarify real quick. I knew exactly what I was doing as it is showing up in the reverse. What is this in reference to for pile 3? Their messages to pile 3. Oh, interesting. Is this about the third party? Yes, it is. Your person thought, okay, that's what that new perspective is in relation to, okay? I knew exactly what I was doing and it was showing up in the reverse. Your person had no clue. They had an idea. They had a concept of what they thought they were building with this person. They thought they were getting a Queen of Wands in the upright position, and they thought that with that Queen of Wands in the upright position, they thought they were building a Ten of Pentacles legacy, empire, life, with that person. And then that Tower moment came in, and it just completely, like, whatever blinders was on your person where they weren't able to see very clearly, they see very clearly now, okay? I'm hearing it was a shock or is a shock to their system because of that Tower moment, very sudden, okay? But they do see clearly now. Does this also apply for pile 3 in terms of, like, do they have a new perspective on pile 3? Do they have a new perspective when it comes to pile 3 as well? Let's see if that Tower moment shook more than just what they got going on with the third party loose. Let's see. Because Tower moments can do that. It can affect multiple areas at one time. Do they get a new perspective on pile 3 as well? Yeah, they did. Oh, wow. And that's being clarified by the Two of Cups. It's like they're seeing that you are actually the one, like, you're their match, right? They thought they were getting the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles life or energy from the third party, which now they know they were deluded. They were deluded. Okay, they were disillusioned. Now they're seeing clearly that you are that Queen of Wands, and that Ten of Pentacles life, that energy is, how do I say it? Yes, it's available through you. Hold on, give me a second, you guys. What's the message here? Hold on, I'm trying to flesh this out. Yes, it's available through you. Yes, is that it's possible through you. Is that it? Give me a minute. The reason why I'm having a difficult time, because I felt the channel shut down when I was communicating that new perspective, them realizing that they thought they was getting this energy with the third party, that tower moment, like removed those blinders, and your person can see that that's not, that energy is not there with the third party. It's there with you, right? But for some reason that channel shut down right when I was getting to the part of like you, like like they weren't seeing you clearly, or I'm not sure what's going on there. Why did that channel shut down? Why did that channel shut down? They don't want to talk about it, but why did that channel shut down? Oh, because they feel like there's not anything they can do about it right now with the Ace of Wands showing up in the reverse. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Your person recognized it. Like, oh shit. So I don't know what your guys' story is with your person, pile 3. I don't know if you were first and then the third party came along later, or if the third party was there first and then you came along later. I don't know. But there's this energy here of, you know, there's definitely an oh shit moment that your person had, and them realizing they picked the wrong path and they see that now. Or for those of you where you came after the third party, right? Feeling like they don't have the green light or the ability to utilize this Ten of Pentacles energy that they know is available and possible through you. You know, it's knowing like, oh, you know, yeah, that bank account exists and it has $1 million in it, and I can't access it. It's not mine to access. And, you know, it's something along those lines. But with that Ace of Wands in the reverse, it's like not being able to spark it. It's just an idea. And so your person, that channel shut down because it almost feels like your person's not even, you know, it hurts them to even acknowledge that, you know, that they got it wrong, basically, you know. They got it wrong with the third party. And what they thought they found with the third party is actually truly available through you. And it almost hurts them because with that Ace of Wands in the reverse, that may have been also why the channel was cut off, is because energetically it's not accessible to your person anymore. That could be for a myriad of reasons. You know, you could just cut your person off and like, no, you know, you could decide to be going in a whole different direction. Something else could also be going on, you know, with that energetically, but we're not going there. Okay, in this reading. Is there anything else I want to look at? I just want to highlight here again, we have on a pedestal, you're the queen of their heart, the queen of their fiercely guarded castle. It's only fear that makes them run. And again, that's showing up right underneath that card that talks about your person being the runner, where they said, I tried to run from our love, but our souls crave this magic. Yeah, your person feels an undeniable magnetic pull when it comes to you and their connection with you. They're just feeling cut off from like the source, right? not feeling free or not feeling like they have the green light to pursue it or to make anything out of it. And so, I mean, that could be why they're being very quiet. That could be why they're not talking right now. They could just feel like it's a lost cause. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stories at play here. Anyway, pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, smash the like button. For me, it is a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.